Welcome to Eve Singularity. Just going to be a chill session where I stress test, hopefully, a Paladin Mark III against hopefully an Ashimu, Krur, and a bunch of Omens, hopefully. So first off, in order to have a survivable encounter, you've got to drain the FOB. So I've already got the bookmark for the staging point. Warp in the pod, hit the bookmark at about what you estimate is a 10,000 kilometer distance, and you'll land on the FOB, and hopefully your bookmark will be at least 1,500 kilometers from the FOB, and then you get for the staging point. So while that's happening, it's going to take 10 minutes exactly after it, yellow boxes. Let's go see if we can find the, well, I don't see the miners here, so it won't be at Secura 5 or 7. These three. Alright, let's go find it. So the trick here, as soon as you land, see the miners, hit max, and then your MWD.
Warp drive active.
Probably this one. Murphy's Law. They could possibly still be at a safe spot. Possibly. I spooked them a while ago, though. There we go. Alright. Just in case I bump on a roid, I'm going to double click in that direction, hit MWD, and off to the races. So, yeah. Hell, you could use two alts for this. You could have your Paladin pilot dock up and get in the pod and do this thing. And you 100% need a alt. You could use an alpha account on your other entity, aka your backup laptop, and do this. But it definitely needs to be done, because the last thing you need is that rare Balgorn close range spawn and kiss your freaking Paladin goodbye. Happens rarely, but it does happen. And sometimes you can get the more omens, and that would suck. Yeah, we're getting a consistent spawn between 8 and 12 diamond rats when it's the omens. When it's the battleships, it's a joke. I mean, people get the wrong idea how easy FOBs are by getting a battleship spawn. You're like, oh, this is a piece of cake, and then they get mobbed by omens another time, and they're like, oops. So yeah, between 8 and 12, and that's any type of ship for the omens. Mostly it's going to be omens, a Krur, Ashimu, Arbitrator, and Augur. A combination of all that. It's pretty much RNG. Every FOB's different. Yeah, never boring. Yeah, the minute you get complacent, something weird happens, and yeah. Alright, so that's far enough. I'll click on one of these asteroids here and orbit it. Current range, yep, thank you. And go ignore that until almost the FOB is dead, and then we warp that sucker back and get the rewards for that as well. Yeah, I would not recommend doing this for profit. You'd get more profit doing level 4 missions. But it can scale up. Like 4 accounts, that's 120 million per fob. It's going to take you an hour, 10 minutes plus 5 minutes setting up, plus 40 to 45 for blowing it up with a solo Paladin, right? But, you know, it's not too bad. 120 million-ish. Can you make that and doing level 4s per hour? It's fairly consistent as long as you can find fobs to do. But I mean, you know, who's got time to do more than 4 hours of fob work a day, right? It's fairly easy to find it. Yawn. Yeah, I'm listening to Miss Monique, and she's good. I'm fairly sure she's not faking it. Her transitions between tracks are okay, but I'm gonna get the copyright notices to figure out who she's using. Like, she's not making her own music, so I want to find the sources of that and go listen to that music, right? Yeah, she likes to touch the dials a lot, so I'm like, it looks like she's moving them, but it's good atmosphere. But yeah, if you've done your job right, you don't need to twist them all the time. All right, well, let's hope I get the correct spawn here. It's a total dice roll. Turn on Hardeners. So I switched out the Newman for Omega just because it's better on cap stability. Got same rigs, same mid slots, same high slots. These two are faction. I put in a faction power relay instead of the reactive hardener, and I went down to domination instead of type B. So domination is really great for cap stability, and of course I still have the domination low cap draining armor repair. So I can do about 200, 300 rep. I've got drugs. I'll be taking those. Take them now so I don't forget. All right. So I've got, with everything going, so let's turn this sucker off and this off. So I've got 62, and an Ashimu will drain at 21 per second. Kruger will drain at 17 per second. And so this is proof against, it's going to be, it's possible to get 3 Ashimus. It's scary as hell. So you might be in trouble. If you get 3 Ashimus and you've got a Kruger on field, hopefully you don't have more than 1 Augur on field. It's going to be a cast iron bitch to kill the Augur because your lasers can't. It's like the Trig battleship weapons have just ridiculous tracking. I mean, compared to something like this, you could barely damage omens on the best of days and can't even ever hit, even with standard, can't ever hit an Augur. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, your main priority, if you don't have any Augurs on field, is to kill the Kruger because it's draining your cap, and that's 17 per second. You could warp in a Griffin to jam the 1 or 2 augers, hopefully, and hopefully kill the Krur. But when you do that, you're going to spawn another Krur. So you got to kill 2 of them. That's annoying. But yeah, them's the breaks. But hey, you've got alts. The more alts, the merrier for a FOB. Basically, that's what I say. So if you've got a lot of alts, this is great. Extra money maker for you. And these guys, this is the response fleet. They don't starburst. So they're slow burning at you. Yeah. Difference between the response fleet and the defense fleet. There are exceptions. There's some weird stuff that goes on. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. There's slight exceptions, but oh, here we go. Yellow boxed. More Bon in. Come on. Ashimus. At least one Ashimu. Come on. Show me the money. Come on, spawn. Probably battleships. Come on, spawn. Come on. Okay. Bugger, it's gonna be battleships. Ah, bloody hell. Alright, whatever. Yeah, battleships. Boring. And you'll have a crew too, so meh. I'll just warp off and respawn. It's pointless. And I'll test it by docking up only the triggering character and see if that triggers the despawn. I'm fairly sure. Yeah, augers and then battleship. That'd be funny if there was just augers up there. There he goes to the pocket. I've never seen just augers. That would just be silly. Now we're going under the theory that as long as that's not destroyed, those went starburst out to here. So 1,500 kilometer aggro range. But if it is blown up, all bets are off.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So they should start heading in now, right? This should trigger their despawn. But it's not. Okay, so everybody on grid has to dock up. Oh, better not be everybody in the system has to dock up. That would be annoying. It looks, as we warped off, it looks like they started, they triggered their despawn. So that's interesting. We'll stop.
Warp drive active.
And how far away were they from the FOB? Ugh. Slow boat. Man, it's going to take a while.
Warp drive active.
Snore. Now, I'm not sure how quickly the FOB regenerates. But by the time this thing gets within range to dock, it's definitely going to be regenerated. I am going to risk it for the biscuit and see if...
Warp drive active.
Because all I have to do, that's the equivalent of 1.5 omens, so... Now, we should get maybe a minute of cap draining. Maybe. But if we're lucky, we won't get any. I doubt it. I think we're going to get some. Now then. Oh, bloody hell. Jesus H. I am not going to survive that. Are you mental? Oh, it's bananas. Alright, holy crap. Seriously? 4 ashes? So that's 84 per second. Let's go to standard. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we say just get the hell out. This is a GTFO moment for sure. There's no cures. It can happen sometimes, so. Oh. There we go. Hello? Why aren't you working properly? Hello? Why aren't you working? Did I screw up the login messages? Give me a sec. Probably. Comment message. Yeah, I did. There we go. Alright. That's better. Cap damage in. There we go. Alright. Okay. Psha. Oops. That's a lot of DPS. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half. So, yeah. And, yeah. GTFO for sure. L for locations. Oh, yes. What the? Did they really get rid of... I just hit L. Oh my god, those idiots. Alright, so, yeah, I am so not going to survive. So, turn that sucker off. Get the hell out. Come on, baby. La, la, la.
Warp drive active.
Crazed. Oh, Jesus. Am I gonna make it? I hit L. Did they totally screw up? That is bananas. Did they make it a new hotkey? Yeah, thank you, but L is supposed to do that first place. Oh my god, they're a bunch of freaking idiots. Maybe it's window. Local locations. None. Location sale. Oh. Derp. Oops. Edit. Stale. Wow. Just break what's fixed. What wasn't broken. Wow. See, they're not moving. So I'll warp to station. And they won't move. And I've got to get everybody off grid. So yeah. I don't need to dock up. And they will start moving as soon as I start warping off grid. I don't see anything happening yet. One assumes it's happening.
Docking permission requested.
Wow, 4 Ashen was free. Alright, we got the DPS incoming that we can't survive. Yeah, that's just basically dock up, rinse, repeat. You know, lather. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, there was no way in hell I was both gonna tank the damage and the nuding coming in from 4 freaking Ashen. It was crazy. That was nuts. Okay, they should be despawning.
Warp drive active.
Oh, they're not moving. I guess I have to session change for everybody? Oh, wait. They aggroed on me. Okay. I'll try to change session for everybody and then come back. But it's most likely aggro. It's definitely going to be 15 minutes. You're going to have to wait. Period, right? It might be that, the log off timer, that could be going by 5 minutes, right? But I'm used to 15 minutes, so. Interesting. Right.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, we could go down to the bling But I'm like, really? Just freaking warp off and respawn if you get too much Ashimus. 4 Ashimus. Jesus. Alright. So we'll dock up. So if you spot it, warp off before you get aggro. Because the working theory is, as long as you warp off before they aggro on you, you'll be able to trigger their despawn by changing
Docking
section.
permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Almost positive this won't work because we've aggroed, or they've aggroed on us. So I usually wait till the docking animation is complete. Undock.
Warp drive active.
It could also possibly be the timer for non-PvP. All right, it's the 15-minute timer. I hate being right. Yeah, so I'm just absolutely wasting my time here. But I can. Follow up. The respawn. Change session. Docking. Might even just be warping off, but yeah, let's go with session change. Mechanic. There, done. Cool. Is it? Yep, it's processed. Good. Right on. That's a fun one to do. Alright. Yep. Just gonna have to chill for 15 minutes. God. And then I have to drain the FOB again. Oh. So yeah, you could potentially just keep re-rolling until you get battleships, and then you're like, lol, bring it. Just musing. Yeah, I like the current setup. It's not too bling. And the as you can see, the implants aren't that crazy. It'll cost you a lot, but it's a good investment. We definitely can't tank that. So yeah, I mean, what do we got for tank? We've got 300. So That's quite a lot. I was surprised. Do Ashimus do more DPS than Omens? Possibly. They are closer, right? So theoretically they could do more damage, maybe? Never thought of that in the, you know, closer equals more DPS. Possibly. The APOC was doing, yeah, we know 1.5 Omens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half. I'm just surprised that it spawned so many. Yeah, I mean, the setup we've got now compared to Mark 1 is much better. It's more cap stable. Yeah, sure, you'll get an Ashibu. And sure, you'll get a few Omens. We're trying to cut down the number of times you have to re-roll, because that'll mean you're going to have to frickin' drain the FOB again and all that yada yada stuff. So that just adds tons of time to your, you know, it's not, I wouldn't recommend this for profit. I'd recommend this for if you're a FOB owner, if you're an Upwell owner and annoyed by the notifications and you're too far away from the main trafficked areas for FOB hunters and you're just tired of the notification and want to get rid of it. Yeah, this would be an entertaining way of getting rid of it. It's definitely doable. And with the mechanics we've veiled so far, it's unraveled. Yeah, it's funny, I'll part with this joke. Well, it wasn't really a joke, but apparently this is true. When new developers would enter CCP headquarters, they'd be greeted by somebody giving them a Rubik's Cube and saying, "Welcome to Eve, here's a Rubik's Cube, go fuck yourself."